Your information station, WTIM.
And we're back with the WTIM Pana Morning Show here on your information station, WTIM. We're brought to you by folks like People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save-A-Lot, and Locked and Loaded Limited. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman, and our guest in this segment is Adam Metzger. Adam is the principal of Pana Elementary School. Adam, how are you this morning, sir?
Hey, doing wonderful.
Great to have you here to talk a little bit about what's going on with you down there in Pana. Not too far, of course, but there have been so many big updates with you guys, especially since you moved into the newest building. And now today we want to talk about some of the updates with technology and the upgrades that have been made there. Where can you take me in terms of the different upgrades and updates that have been made?
Yeah, I think it's a great day to kind of hit on some technology stuff. I want to start with Miss Kim Honekamp is our technology integration specialist. This is actually her last year, so we are, interviewing for her position at this time. But I want to kind of hit on some of the things that she's doing around the building, some of just the awesome STEM and tech opportunities in the building and for our students. So one of the things that we'll hit on, we're going to jump around a little bit, things we've done in the past, things we're currently doing, and then things that are coming up. One of the things I want to hit on is that tomorrow in Rochester at their athletic complex, there's a Central Illinois STEM event, and that's 5:30 to 8 p.m., and we're sending basically like a team of students there to present. And so that's super exciting, right, at the elementary level to kind of give them the ability to present. And they are kind of the title of their presentation or their little station is Wonderful World of Robots. So they are taking over our Indy robots, our Dash robots, our Bolt robots, and people are going to have the chance to go through an obstacle course with these robots that these fifth graders are going to be presenting to them.
Man, that sounds like a lot of fun for not only the kids, but also to kind of show them off as well. When we were talking about with the junior high school and some of them over there, they had mentioned too that there's some focus with the robots that they were working on and coding them and doing these different things. What have you seen in the classroom with these robots? It sounds like we have multiple of them, and now we're ready to showcase them. What do you know about the different things they've kind of put together?
Yeah, the amazing thing is that you can do all sorts of things, right? I've seen them kind of have the alphabet on the floor, and then you code the robot to go to each letter in order to do your spelling word practice, right? Or I've seen them, right, just for fun, kind of do a relay race, right, down and back, and you have teams. I've seen them different, addition problems. Hey, how do you get to this number? Well, I need this many, and he goes and eats, if you will, that number, and then you go to this number. A lot of cool opportunities.
And for me, I mean, all I can help but think is how cool it would have been in elementary school to have some robots in the classroom. I'm sure you could probably feel the same way a little bit at times, but now you get to see them whenever you feel, and I think that's super cool. Now, is this something that's being offered to all of the Pana Elementary School students? Is there a certain grade level? What are some of the maybe requirements, or who is exactly in the program, if not all of them?
Yeah, so every classroom gets STEM once a week.
Okay.
And so that's about 30 to 45 minutes per week. Then we do have some other students like this Wonderful World of Robots group. We'll meet maybe a little bit extra in order to prepare. But, yeah, they get to do all sorts of different things. Today, I was in a second grade classroom, and they are coding with Miss Honekamp. So they're working on code.org, doing kind of a lesson, and then they get to explore on their own, and they're teaming up in groups to find solutions. So it looks different at different age levels. But, yeah, a lot of really cool things. We have 3D printers going for the fourth graders. So, just a lot of different things that I couldn't even have dreamed of as a kid.
Yeah, I know. And just so cool to be able to see it and be able to offer it in the position that you are in now as well, I'm sure. So, and especially I'm happy to hear that each kid is getting the exposure to it. It just depends on how maybe much further they'd like to take it, especially when it comes to that Wonderful World of Robots. For a moment, if you would, the 3D printers, what are you feeling like that's allowing these students to do? Probably express some creativity and also get to learn a little bit while doing so.
Absolutely. So with the 3D printers, I've seen a variety of things being printed, and that's not something that I'm super knowledgeable of. So it's interesting when they show me or tell me how it came about. We had a girl the other day, Miss Honekamp was telling me about, who they couldn't figure out how to basically put a basketball on a letter, right? So they're trying to like print, and they couldn't figure it out. And so then the girl came up with a solution of printing the ball, and then, you know, if she could cut it out from this mold, then she could glue it onto here. And right, so they're able to not only design their own 3D printing creation, but also sometimes come up with solutions to make it work or make it what they want. So that was pretty cool.
I'm sure. And the one thing that you see and hear a lot now is, well, these kids are so much more adept at technology, and they know so much more about how to utilize it. And now you're starting them very, very young in terms of coding, getting them exposed to these things. And one thing you mentioned there was a kid and the creativity, and then the resourcefulness to come up with their own solution to a problem. What do you think or what have you seen as the response from the kids, even in terms of enjoying that STEM class and being able to put some of that knowledge to the test a little bit?
Yeah, no, they absolutely love it, and I think there's the beauty in the fact that during STEM it doesn't all look the same, right? So my idea is just as valuable as your idea, and I'm going to make a dragon, and you're going to make a panther, right? And we both enjoy it, and we both enjoy the process. And I can't quite tell you the exact steps because I didn't make what you were making.
Yeah.
And so, right, some of that is perseverance as well, right? Like I think that it's going to look like this. Ooh, I forgot about this little gap, so it fell apart. What do I do differently next time? And so you get to learn all sorts of things.
Robots, 3D printers, anything else when it comes to STEM in terms of hands-on projects that we're taking care of down there?
Yeah, so I want to hit on that same Wonderful World of Robots group is going to the state capitol here next month. They write letters to our representatives and senators, and then they get to present at the state capitol as well, which is super cool to have those students do that. So I wanted to quickly hit there. But then we also have a Science Olympiad team that was able to compete back in February. And some of the events were like Crime Busters. They had paper plane competitions, fossils, Pictionary, Write It, Do It. They build popsicle bridges, junk cars, right? Like you name it. They got to compete. It was a team of 15. We had 5 from 3rd, 5 from 4th, 5 from 5th grade. And so that was really cool. Miss Honekamp kind of spearheaded that. Kids got to choose which groups they wanted. And that was a lot of fun. That was held in Hillsboro, but some of those experiences kids are still talking about, today.
I can only imagine. I mean, yeah, when I think about my time in elementary school, I don't remember a ton of it, don't get me wrong, but it was not quite this. It was not quite the hands-on experience that these kids are being given. And to me, I think just getting them started in this field and the variety that comes with it, and also just that hands-on experience, I think it's so valuable to not only those kids, but also for the staff moving forward. But it sounds like Miss Honekamp, I believe I pronounced that right. I hope so, at least, has been doing a whole lot. And it sounds like we're also in need of potentially replacing her once she retires. The next person that you bring in, are you considering doing so in-house? Are you looking elsewhere? What's that process kind of looking like now to say, hey, look at all that we have to offer, but we need somebody here that can really do the dang thing?
Yeah, it's open. It's posted on, the Illinois Job Bank. We've shared it through the district Facebook page. We've had people apply, which is a great thing. We haven't started interviews. Those are going to start this week, though. But it's an awesome position, right? It's not something that when you're like, I'm going to go be a teacher, that you're like, hey, this is teaching as well.
Yeah.
Because just the world's rapidly changing. I feel as if, you hear kids these days and that technology, right? They're watching TV and they're playing video games. Well, maybe if that's what you present them with, but also they could be coding robots and working on 3D printers, and technology is going to be with them the rest of their life. And I can't imagine in 10 years, because 10 years ago, I can't imagine where we are today. So we're kind of embracing it in that positive academic way. Looking forward to, the next person to fill Miss Honekamp's shoes. And, I think we have some good applicants that we're excited about.
Sounds like some big shoes to fill potentially as well. Well, Adam, we're going to take our first break of the show. I'm joined by Adam Metzger, principal of Pana Elementary School. We're talking all things technology going on with the elementary school, and that's one big umbrella for a whole lot going on. We're going to talk some more about the potential for its uses and what events that they're going to be showcasing these things at as well. And we're going to get to some other points when we come back on the WTIM Pana Morning Show here on your information station.
Your information station, WTIM. WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our Pana Morning Show with civic, business, and nonprofit leaders, brought to you by folks like People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Your Pana Save-A-Lot, and Locked and Loaded Limited. My name is Grayson Bauman, and our guest in this segment is Adam Metzger. Adam is the principal at Pana Elementary School. We've been talking technology and what STEM has brought to Pana Elementary, but there's some other things going on as well. And a big one that we want to talk about today is in-person kindergarten screening. Adam, where can you take me with that?
Yeah, so we used to have in-person kindergarten screening back in the day, if you would, and now we're getting back to it, and that is coming up in May 7th, 8th, and 9th, and it's for all incoming kindergartners. that'll be attending Pana Elementary School. And you can register for that. We have links through Class Dojo. We've sent out text messages with links. We put it on the district Facebook page as well, or you can always call the school office and we can get you that link. In order to register for a time slot, there are a couple time slots, but it's an exciting thing. It's a time where students will have their vision and hearing tested. It's a time where parents will get resources about kind of what Payne Elementary School is about the arrival and dismissal. They'll get to meet the teachers, right? The kids get to do a variety of fun activities, playing catch, standing on one foot. They answer some questions. They get to eat some snacks. So, it's a nice thing. Parents do need to be present. At least one parent needs to be present because there are a couple questions that we ask the parents to get kind of a more clear understanding of the child. But we're super excited. In the past couple of years, it had been just like a Google form online,
Okay.
to where that's the only thing we knew about the kid until we saw them day one. So now being able to put eyes on them, they get to meet us, we get to meet them. We're excited for that opportunity.
I can imagine. And it sounds almost like, clearly beneficial to the child, but also to the parent as well. And also saying, what their child is like in place of them maybe not being able to fully explain themselves quite yet. Adam, is this something that will be free to any parent any parent or family that will have a
Absolutely.
kindergartner next year?
Yeah, absolutely free. And then you'll also get resources, you can work on over the summer with your kid. It's 100% free and extremely beneficial for us at the school and parents and the child. I think you hit on that there.
Well, very good. I'm glad to hear it. May 7th, 8th, and 9th. Sign up, register, and find your time slot that works best for you. It is absolutely free, 100% free, and sounds like, again, just going to be really nice for both sides. And so I'm excited to hear that we brought that back in person. A Google form doesn't quite do what an in-person meeting does. So this will be a big deal. In-person kindergarten screenings, May 7th, 8th, and 9th at Pana Elementary. Adam, let's turn to something that you've got going on with music and arts, a little showcase. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, Monday, April 28th, at the high school, we have our music and art showcase, and it is Best of Broadway. And so each grade level has been working on Broadway songs. I hear them because the music room is right above my office. So I feel like maybe I could do some of these songs. I don't want to scare people away, so I will not grab the mic, but they have been working so hard, playing different instruments, singing, dancing. It is an unreal performance. If you have not been to a Pana Elementary School music and art showcase, you are missing out because there are lights, there are sounds, there are solos. It is awesome. And so I would encourage people, that starts at 5:30 on Monday, April 28th.
5:30, Monday, April 28th, the Best of Broadway. Pana Elementary will be putting that on. And Adam, with less than a minute here, anything else that you want to touch on here today? Anything you want to go back to and make sure that folks know about?
Yeah, I think just to wrap up, we're at April. It's been a new building. There's been a lot of newness. Just extremely appreciate parents and families as we navigate all the newness. They've been great, right? Reaching out when questions arise, wanting things to be successful. And then our staff, right? Our staff's been great. They've been so flexible. They always put kids first. They love kids and truly care about them. Right? I appreciate them more than I can probably put into words, and definitely more than I can put into words with a minute to go.
Well, Adam, thank you so much. Again, Principal Adam Metzger of Pana Elementary School here on the WTIM Pana Morning Show, talking technology, STEM, and a Best of Broadway Music and Arts Showcase Monday, April 28th at 3:30 p.m. And don't forget about in-person kindergarten screenings May 7th, 8th, and 9th. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.